Hey, what's up, man? What's up? How you doing? How you doing today? A little bit of storytelling again. Now we're gonna keep talking about Audacity, and I'm just gonna share a little bit of story with you again. Okay? I want to say that this guy right here is an audacious guy, and I've been audacious for a very long time. Audacity has helped me so much, and in this lifetime that I'm in or that I'm living, audacity, 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 audacity. Okay? Now let me tell you a little bit story. When I got admission into college in the year 2000, year 2000, 2000, I wanted to be an engineer, right? But I didn't get enough score in a jam, which is the Joint Admission Matriculation Board, because I'm originally from Nigeria. Okay, and I didn't have enough score to get into engineering and into the school of my choice. So someone told us about this university, a new one, not really popular, but I could get in there. And so um, I got admitted into that university. If you go to my LinkedIn page, you would know what the university is. I'll put my LinkedIn page at the bottom in the description. So you can click on it, you can follow me on LinkedIn too. Now, I got admitted, and you know what I got admitted to? You know what I got admitted for? I got admitted into the university for animal production and health. Animal production and health. And you know, we all wanted to be engineers, we all wanted to be doctors, lawyers, and animal production and health. There was nothing wrong with it. If I'd known better that I would find myself in the United States of America, that was a perfect career. Because everybody has to eat. If I understood entrepreneurship the way that I understand it right now, I would go for animal production and health, because every single family needs to put food on their table. Okay? And that's a perfect career choice. However, at that point in time, as a young man, I didn't want to be an animal production and health scientist or whatever. I wanted to be an engineer. And you know what? I got admitted and I started going to. So what you had to do was, because we just started college and we all had to do the same similar course, even though we're from different departments, right? And I did, and but when we had to do our lab work or lab sciences, you had to go to your department. But I never went to my department except for those lab sciences. I never went for any animal production and health course. I never attended that class at all. You know what I did? I sat with the engineering students. Some of them did not even know that I was not an engineering student. I sat with them. I go to all their classes. I was doing all their prerequisites. I was doing all the the courses that was related to engineering. But when I had to do my lab sciences, I go to animal production and health. So sometimes when I'm in those lab sciences class, the guys in animal production and health would look at me like, who's this guy? Where is it from? Like, we don't see you in class. And I tell them, yes, I'm in APH, but I'm going to cross over to engineering. And funny enough, I don't know where I got that courage or audacity from. I never attended the APH class for once. And then first semester, second semester, results were good, and now I had to go find a way to get into chemical engineering. Okay? And then You never know, you never know, because you have to apply, you have to take, or you have to um fill in the paper and said, I want to cross over, I want to transfer to chemical to engineering sciences from APH. And I never went to those classes at all. Fast forward, we got into 200 level. So our second year in the university, you had to go to your class because we weren't doing the same courses. We were not freshers again. You had to go to your particular department to start taking the courses for your major. My major was APH. You know what? I just went straight to chemical engineering class. I was doing all the course, mass balance, engineering balance, thermodynamics, transport phenomena, in advanced chemistry, organic chemistry. I was just going to these classes. At the same time, I was waiting for the dean's list to come out, so my name, so I can check to see if I actually made it into chemical engineering. And I was going to the classes. I was doing all the exams. I was doing all the tests. I was doing all the experiments. Deep inside me, I knew that no, you're not a chemical engineering science student. You're not a chemical engineer. You're not in this department. You should be going to animal production and health. Till today, I never went into the class for APH. And then 2 weeks to our final exam for the first semester, the names were not out. So they started pasting the results, pasting names, and everybody was excited. I had a friend then that he didn't even tell me that he was already in chemical engineering, because he was also crossing it from maths department. He was in maths because he got admitted for mathematics. But he was already he was already in chemical engineering department. His transfer was successful. He never told me one day, and then suddenly, I think 2 weeks to our examination, I asked him and say, "Hey, have you checked your transfer? Did you make it to chemical engineering?" And the guy said, "Yes." Man, I started, my heart started racing. I was pounding. I was having like a heart attack. That was when I knew maybe I'm in trouble. I did not even do any test, any exam, any experiment. The professors in animal production and health don't even know me. They haven't seen me before. And it's time for us to do the final exams. Where am I going to have the final exams? Chemical engineering or animal production and health? Oh my God. I'm telling you a real life story. This is the life that I lead. But I had faith. I don't know. I don't think I'll be as an adult right now. I was an adult then, but a young adult. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I don't think I can. But at that level, the audacity that I had to not go to APH and just stay in chemical engineering classes, taking all the courses and believing and having faith. And I prayed so hard. I prayed so much in the spirit. And that's just to tell you that prayer works. Okay, I'm a believer. I have faith. Prayer always works. And also, whatever you profess with your mouth, I said I'm gonna be a chemical engineer, I'm gonna be an engineer, I'm gonna be a petroleum engineer, I'm gonna study chemical engineering in college, I am not going to APH, and that's it. And funny enough, a week, man, a week to our finals, they posted the final list. And there you see my name there with a matriculation number 990016. I was excited. If I never took that chance, if I was not audacious enough, I will never become an engineer I would never get the opportunity to go and serve. I had the opportunity to work at ExxonMobil. I had the opportunity to work in the United States as a senior business analyst in liquefied natural gas. Would never had the opportunity to even come to the United States at all, because I came into the United States on a full scholarship to study a PhD in chemical engineering because of the Audacity in 2000. 10 years after, I got a full scholarship to come into the United States. Oh my God. The power of Audacity. I don't know what you're going through. You might be a young adult. You might be a young adult man, a young adult woman, or you might be thinking that you want to go into a business. You know that in my first video, I said that at a point in time when I lost my job, at a point in time when I lost my job here in the United States, I had two options: work with Chevron or start a business with the second largest retail company in the world. And I chose to start a business with the second largest retail company in the world. And everything changed. That is the power of Audacity. I don't know the project that you're working on, or the life choices that you want to make, or decision that you want to make right now. You know what? It's your turn. 2026. How audacious are you? I'll see you in the next video. Bye.